Podcasts across America present
Breakthrough Podcast. You were talking about my intros because I decided to cut them out. I mean, you can just fast forward the fucking thing.
I think your intros were a little too long at first.
No, yeah, they were.
Because they were like a minute and 30 seconds.
Yeah.
And I was like, is like 2/3 of his fucking podcast just an intro? What the fuck is this guy doing?
I know, because the episodes were 15 minutes.
Literally a tenth of your episode.
Yeah.
But the thing is, the intro that you had for my first appearance, it could be like a few seconds shorter, but I thought it was a great length. It was like 30 seconds or something, or 20 seconds.
It should be like 10, 15 seconds if we do one at all, you know.
No, it gives it, you know, a budget. It's not me and my like sketchy sunroom converted into a room,
right?
Recording on my desk,
right?
Oh, I feel this.
Do you know who this is?
Nicki Minaj?
No. This is
Cardi B.
Mona Haydar. She's Muslim.
Oh.
You should look her up. She's kind of hot. She's a rapper.
I don't like women with
head
I don't know
wraps.
how to put this delicately.
Go ahead.
Melanin in their skin.
With melanin? You don't like women of color?
No, that's not fair. I don't like.
Jesus, we're off to a great start. No, this is great because it's kind of like the first break of our podcast is you usually being offensive in one way or another. So it's nice. It gives it a form.
I want to make sure that I'm very careful here. I like all women. I enjoy the company of women. I love their physiques, you know, for the most part. There's a spectrum, right?
You can't call... Physique is more for like... that's an adjective used to describe like a guy's body. Women don't have a physique. I've never heard a woman having her body...
What do they have, Greg? Bodies?
They have bodies. I don't use the word physique.
That's objectifying them.
What, saying they have a nice body?
Yeah.
So you're switching out physique for body and you think that that's politically correct?
Yeah.
No, I disagree with you.
No, you're off your fucking rocker. Because physique is a scientific term.
I'm off my fucking rocker. The stakes are really high for you to say, you're off your fucking rocker right out of the gate, man. Jesus, this really matters. Go ahead. Please.
Physique is a technical term. It's like saying you are well endowed instead of saying, man, you got a big dick. Like, you know what I mean? It's like there's a certain way of saying it in mixed company.
It's not
body
technical.
is like, oh, you got a real nice body. I wanna touch your body. You know what I mean? It's like the Jew,
fundamental...
It's like the Jew black thing.
Yeah, it's all about... And I will continue to echo my right answer to this, and that is it's the intent. You as an actor should know that more than anything. It's the intent and context with which you use your words. Intent.
No, it's the words. It's the words.
You're being...
Hi, Janice. Wow, you have a real nice body. Like, that's so creepy.
Oh, right. She's not going to be creeped out by you, a very dark-skinned South Asian with a beard mainly, saying, oh, you have a really nice physique. That's creepier.
Hey, Janice, how's it going? Yeah, no, it's been a long time. Wow, your physique looks really great. There's going to be a wet stain on her crotch, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, you've scared her into pissing herself.
Whatever, as long as she's wet down there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? As long as there's lubricant, I'm okay. Wow, that sounds really rapey, and I want to walk that back real quick, if I can. If I may. Listen.
There's no walking back unless you're editing the fucking episode, okay, buddy? So I walk things back that I say, because I'm editing it. But I put out there for everybody to hear because 99.9% of the time it's hilarious and you don't mean 99.9% of the creepy shit you say.
No, I do not.
You know, like in our first episode together, we talked about women never being... There's no woman on earth that can change a tire except Ronda Rousey. You know. I mean, we didn't mean that, obviously. No.
Greg, be honest right now.
No.
Have you ever witnessed yourself, your own eyeballs, a woman changing a tire?
No. I have to shave my face tomorrow for the photo call for this fucking show, and I'm dreading it.
Oh, here we go.
We all have to fucking shave our face. No, this is not
brag some more about your work. Greg.
No, I'm not bragging. I'm bitching because I don't like not having facial hair. I hate my face without facial hair. And now for the next 8 weeks, I won't have facial hair. So
this is for $1 Million Quartet.
Yeah, so forget dating.
You look fine with or without.
You've never seen me without facial hair. You're a liar. You're a South Asian liar. Fuck you. Jesus Christ. I don't really mean that. You know I adore you. I never mean anything mean that I say to you.
I mean everything mean that I say to you.
Yeah.
I want that. I want that on the record.
Hey, let me ask you this real quick, and then we'll take a break. So, what's the feedback been on your end about the podcast?
Oh, I haven't blasted it yet.
Yeah. Why is that, Imran?
No, I have a backlog of shout-outs, and I feel guilty jumping this ahead of those. And so what I need to do is do the shout-outs that I've been wanting to do so that I can then shout out this.
You've got to be kidding me right now, right? You have a backlog of shout-outs? Who do you think you are? Jesus Christ. I have a backlog of shout-outs, and if I throw yours out ahead of somebody else, they're going to be really hurt. No one cares. We're trying to boost up our fucking listener numbers here, man, so we can make some fucking coin, so we can, be normal adults and not live like college kids for the rest of our lives. And you're worried about your backlog of shout-outs like you're fucking LeBron James or Jay-Z. Share the fucking, it's a pic and a link. Share it, you cocksucker.
Well, when you put it like that, I feel guilty. There's like that's the thing. It's like I feel guilty. That's the thing about like social media. It like piles up on you.
You think it does, but you create the reality that you want to create. So how you're in this quandary now, in this dilemma, is unbelievable to me. It's so irrational. I can't believe it.
Because it takes on a life of its own. And
you
start
give it
freaking
that life.
Out about like, oh, someone's going to see this, someone's going to see that, but what about that thing? They're going to be like, oh, you talked about this, but you're not talking about that. I have a backlog of shout-outs from like January. I didn't even shout out Disgraced.
How many followers do you have on Facebook?
On Facebook, I don't know how many followers I have.
Or how many friends you have?
On Instagram, I get like 50 to 70 views per Instagram story.
Do you think that's good numbers? I'm just curious because I don't have a basis except for like rappers and things.
It's it's good for me.
You're impressed. When you see that number, man, you're like, hey. Okay, so on Facebook, you have 18 followers. You have 1,413 friends, and all those people have access to everything that you post.
I'll push the podcast up.
Listen, you're gonna push it up on your backlog, huh? Did you hear the Poopity Scoop song? It's called Poopity Scoop.
Please tell me that's your nickname for that song.
It's not.
It's called Poopity
Scoop. Poopydi scoop. Poopity scoop scoop diddy whoop whoop d scoop d poop poop d scoop d whoop whoopity scoop. These are the lyrics.
Is it by Yeezus? Who's this by?
Listen.
Poopity scoop. Scoop dee whoop. Whoop dee scoop dee poop. Poop dee scoop dee whoop.
No.
Whoopie dee scoop whoop poop. Poop dee whoop scoop. Poop.
This is a joke, right?
It's not a joke. Where have you...
Is that him singing?
Yes.
And I say that in quotation marks.
Yep.
Is this like Is this like a meta joke on scatting? Is this like a pun on scatting?
You know him. He's not going to fucking answer the question. He's just going to put it out there and let people talk about it.
He's pulling a Donald Trump, if you ask me. He's saying ignorant, baseless things, and he's getting attention for it. Somebody on my feed posted this. Some people are like, yeah, go Kanye. Some people are like, go fuck that guy.
You know what stuck out to me? I'm sorry, I hate to interrupt. You were making a great point, but what stuck out to me when you were looking at your news feed, I'm assuming it was on Facebook?
Yes,
right.
J-Book.
So you were sitting there scanning through Facebook, and not one time did it fucking cross your mind to share the goddamn JPEG with me in the hood and you watermarked behind. You didn't share it. You're ashamed of the podcast.
I am not ashamed of the podcast.
I don't know why you're not sharing it, and we're going to come back from a break, and you better come up with an answer and some content.
I have tons of content.
Do you? I have content too.
I've tons.
I've got content. This podcast is supported by Zcast. Zcast.co is their web address. They are an app and website. They provide the platform that you're hearing this podcast on. They provide RSS feeds, server space, and links for sharing your podcast. We'd like to thank the folks over at Zcast for their incredible platform and for their constant and undying support of the Greg Wiener podcast. We love you, Zcast. Thank you so much for your hard work, and we look forward to forging a beautiful, professional, profitable, and maybe sexual, but not harassing sexual relationship with you. Thank you, Zcast. This is the Greg Wiener podcast.
Welcome back to the Greg Wiener podcast.
Welcome
starring Greg Wiener.
Welcome back to the Greg Wiener and Imran Sheikh podcast. We should talk about branding.
Be called the Greg Wiener podcast.
Why? Because you don't want to accept responsibility for something you have to do every week?
I've always wanted to be a sidekick.
Well, okay.
I mean, look, you want to put my name on it, you can put my name on it. I'm not going to stop you, but I liked it being the Greg Wiener podcast, but I'm like, it's like the Don Imus show. Like, it's the Don Imus show, but he's got the guy who voiced Lion-O, actually, as, like, his co-host. And he has, like, a couple of other
The guy who voiced who?
Lion-O from Thundercats and Optimus Prime.
Oh, doing. I bet you that's real good dating talk. Must really make them moist downstairs. Let's talk about...
I mean, I thought about this because if I say that don't put my name on it, then you're gonna be like, oh, you're ashamed of it, and you don't want to associate yourself with it. You know, it's a tough thing for me to do.
So you've gone through the machinations of how insecure I could possibly be in this scenario.
Yeah, because I applied my own neuroticisms onto you. I projected them onto you.
I don't think neuroticism is a word. So neuroses, I'm pretty sure is proper.
Neuroticisms is 1,000% a word. Look it up.
Again, neuroticisms, I wouldn't even know how to spell. Why don't you look it up since you're the wordsmith of this couple?
Neuroticism.
Neuroticism.
Neuroticisms.
I would rather say neuroses. Sounds so much smarter.
It sounds like too harsh. It sounds like, wow, you're like eating glass. Like, that's a neurosis.
All right, here's a question for you. Would you rather accidentally be responsible for the death of a child or accidentally be responsible for the deaths of 3 adults?
3 adults. Because you gotta take into account that 3 adults have lived a chunk of life already.
What if they're only 18?
How old is the child? 2, 3, 6?
7.
7.
Yeah, so he's lived. I mean, he went to Disney World. He started to see that he liked boys, maybe. Maybe he's gay. Who cares? I was going to say girls, but sure, he's a little sweet gay kid.
Sure, he's a little gay kid.
Yeah, he
wears pink all the time.
Sure, and he's on the T-ball team. He's really good. So he had
plays with Barbies.
Plays with Barbies, and he's like the captain of the T-ball team.
Cheerleading squad too.
Wow, you can't just let him be him, huh?
That's what he's into, dude. Like, why is that a problem to you? Like, he's into T-ball and cheerleading and playing with Barbies, and he really likes the color pink. And when he grows up, he wants to be an interior decorator.
You're fine with killing him. You're fine with killing this gay child over 3 adults.
No. I would kill the adults. Because between the adults, they've got 33 years on this kid.
Yeah, I don't know why I just turned that around.
They've had a chance to live. Let this little gay kid grow up and live a life. And maybe when he sees that, like, oh, those adults got killed, but my life was spared, maybe he'll do something big and important with his life. Maybe he'll advocate for, I don't know, put on a musical or open up a gay bar or
be manager at a nail salon.
Be manager at a nail salon. Right. Or
or what?
Or
oh man, you can't even say it.
No,
Sorry, we can cut all this out. So we can just go to or what, Imran?
He could be, really proud. He can officiate gay pride parades in the small town that he grew up in.
With the top hat and like a stick, and he's like the leader of the gay parade.
He's in briefs only. He's got a sash that says "Sassy Queen" on it.
That is so specific. My God.
And he's got like a cane, but the cane is all sequin. sequins and
And pink, of course.
He could grow up and reintroduce Rip Taylor to society. He could be the next Liberace, you know? Really apply himself to whatever it is gay kids apply themselves to. Not that there's anything. I mean, it's whatever.
All right. Would you rather never use social media sites, apps again, or never watch?
Wait, what about you? Who would you kill? The kid or the gay kid? I should point out, or the 3 adults. Choose wisely, my friend.
Shit.
I mean, you don't want to be a homophobe, man. You got to save the kid, the gay kid.
I'm going to say 3 lives are better than 1. That
You're
there's
asshole.
3 chances for these 3 adults to do something better for society. You know what? Fuck it. Kill the 3 guys. We're overpopulated as it is. Let the little gay kid go. Let the gay kid go.
You made your choice.
No,
you would
I
say
didn't.
3 adults, and you'd send the little gay kid to slaughter because he wears pink shirts, Greg? Because he plays with Barbies?
Yeah. No, I do want to save the little gay kid.
No, you don't. You're just saying that because you now know.
I really do. And I hate these would you rather.
It exposes your homophobia.
Wow. Okay, here's another question. I feel like I know the answer to this one from you, being in close quarters for as long as we were. Would you rather give up bathing for a month or give up the internet?
Bathing for the internet. So I don't drink coffee. I mean, I do. I can. It's not that I abstain from drinking coffee. I just don't like coffee. Like 2 sips and I'm wired. But in order to wake up in the morning, I need to take a shower, like a 30-minute shower.
Ugh.
And a lot of people think I jerk off in the shower. I don't. I actually can't jerk. I mean, I can jerk off, but I can't climax in the shower. I really can't. Because it's like the water's beating down on you. There's noise. There's the threat of someone walking in on you and being like, oh my God, are you jerking off in the shower
fucking
for
gym?
real?
Are you at the gym that you're worried about interruptions?
No, I'm at home.
Who do you live with? Jesus Christ.
I have 2 roommates, and you never know when one of them might need to barge in.
You have 1 bathroom?
1 bathroom amongst 3
those
people.
are the days in Astoria.
Ooh,
I lived with 3 dudes, and we decided to paint the walls black in the bathroom. And while that was a great idea when we were drunk one night, 2 months in and it's summertime and you're jobless and you're alone and miserable, that black bathroom sucks any hope of positivity in your day right out. You leave the black bathroom and you see your roommate smoking a cigarette in the living room, and there's like ants on the fucking table, and there's no cabinets. There's just shelves full of food and pots and dishes and
What fucking
oh my
flop
God,
house
what a
were you
fucking
living in?
slum, man. A slum. It was a 3-bedroom in Astoria, in Acropolis. Lived with 2 other dudes, good guys, you know.
Acropolis.
Acropolis. It was called Acropolis, and it's still there. It's basically a step up from fucking public housing. I'm sure those apartments now go for like $2,500 for a 3-bedroom.
I love that it's called Acropolis. Makes total sense.
Of course, it's Ditmars and 33rd.
You get off on any stop in Astoria. You walk out of the subway, just a wall of feta and all.
Yeah, no, you walk out and there's a fucking gyro in your mouth without you even having to move.
Would you choose not bathing for a month or no internet for a month?
I would welcome no internet for a month.
I
need a shower. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, you do.
I mean, you're just trading like
Boob sweat
sickness and
is not a good look on a man.
No. Thanks for bringing that up, by the way.
So sorry. That's so mean.
Wow.
So fucked up.
Well, no, it's good. It's like our little theme now between us. You get to bully me about my man tit, which I don't have anymore, by the way. I've lost like 30 pounds.
Good for you. You never answered my question of whether your man tits when you had past.
Yes, I did. I said when I lay on my back, they spread out like a beautiful, perfect, natural titty.
Right, but what I was asking was standing. Is it teardrop? Is it pancake? Is it flapjack? I mean, is it a ball and a sock? Like, what is it when you're standing?
I don't know.
What do you mean
I
you
don't know.
You fucking know.
I mean,
all right. If you don't answer, then I'm going to assume it's flapjacks.
It's not flapjack. I'm not an 80-year-old man. Okay, that's what I meant when I said I'm a young guy. It's mostly muscle, but it's a little fat tissue. So it's not enough tit to be a pancake or a fucking ball in a sock or whatever the hell you're talking about. Okay, thank God. But there's
you still. I want everyone to know this. You still have not answered the question.
Yes, I did. I said I did not have enough man tit to create a pancake effect on my body. I said it.
So teardrops. There were teardrops.
I'll give you some teardrops. Would you rather be married to a 10?
No.
No, come on, this is good.
You're not shirking this. You're not shirking this. You have to answer the question.
I'm just going to cut this out. You keep pushing it, and I'm going to cut it all. I'm threatening you with an edit. If you don't drop it.
All right.
It must have been teardrop, okay, Imran?
Wow.
Okay, lady hips.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, okay? You want to go there?
That's my number one. That's my number one body dysmorphia. That's I feel like I have womanly hips. It drives me bonkers. And it's bone. I can't do it. It's not fat. I can't do anything. I can't like work out or anything. It's straight bone. I try to push it in. It doesn't work. Spanx, none of that shit works.
You've not worn Spanx.
I mean, I haven't, but I've thought about it.
You probably did when you dressed up as a woman for that play.
I did. Oh shit!
Do you forget that you've showed and told all of us this thing about you?
I always forget that, and then it occurs to me. Oh, I know how to bond with people.
Yeah.
Show them me in drag. That's how socially fucked I am.
Yeah.
That's my only foray into bonding with people.
That's not true.
It's true.
Well, that was probably one of the more intimate things that you shared with everybody as a whole. You and I talked a lot about, broken hearts and shit like that, but you did show everyone the picture of you dressed up as a woman and, as a way into your soul, which was weird, and that you had lady hips. You shared these things in the dressing room before we were getting ready to go out on stage and sing our character's soul song in the form of a play.
Because the thing is, the dressing room is a sacred place. You know what it is? The dressing room is...
It totally is.
You have to bond on stage, right?
Yeah.
When you're with your characters, because these people you're enacting relationships that have existed for years in many cases. In some cases, you have to make that real somehow, and you have to truncate that time, that exposure, that relationship. And so I feel like in the dressing room you can do that because you just let out. You're vulnerable.
I wish I could just caution you with not pulling the curtain completely back and allowing everyone to see how the machine works.
I know.
And just leave the mystery of how we exist in the moment of now on stage.
You're right. No, you're right. I kind of hate doing that too.
Yeah. I needed to caution you. Society really it exists because of the mystery behind what we do for our lives, our craft, which is creating reality.
Which is just saying lines.
Yeah. Okay. Would you rather be married to a 10 with a bad personality or a 6 with an amazing personality? That's a no-brainer.
No, see, this question doesn't work for me.
Why?
And here's why. Because I'm assuming 1 is bad and 10 is good, right?
Yeah, and you don't have to be married. Let's just say you're in a long-term relationship. And that has nothing to do with me personally being married once. It really doesn't, because that doesn't apply.
Yes, it does.
No, it doesn't. First of all, I would never put someone I was married to on a scale and grade them as if they were fucking cattle.
Yeah, you would. Please. You telling me you never put your ex on a scale?
Oh, I told her all the time that she was a 10 because she is.
She's still alive.
She's 10. She's not 10 years old, but although sometimes when we fought, I felt like I was fighting with a 10-year-old, but that's another story. Boom. No, my ex, she's gorgeous. She knows it. That's unfortunate.
This coming from the guy who's like, I never put somebody I would marry on a scale. You just did.
No, what I told you is that I would tell her she was a 10, but I wouldn't go around saying, my wife's a 10. My wife's a 10.
I would. Oh, are you kidding?
No, you wouldn't.
If I could bag a 10 and lock that shit down, please.
But what if her personality, and again, this is the would you rather, not anything biographical, but if the 10 was a knockout, but her personality was a 6. And let's go with not a 6, because a 6 insinuates that she's bearable. Let's say she's not bearable.
Like a 1.
No, we don't have to do that. Let's go to like a 4. Her personality is a 4, but she is perfect. Great ass. Beautiful natural tits, great hair, beautiful eyes, great. She doesn't even need a stitch of makeup, and she looks fantastic rolling over onto your arm in the morning.
Can I say...
Yeah, please.
Fake yabos never do it for me.
Nope, me either.
I cannot watch pornography, adult films, blue films, that have fake I need the real thing.
Have you been with a girl with fake yabos?
No.
I have.
I have not. Have you? Mm-hmm. What's that like?
It's weird. It's weird, and it's not, and it wasn't even addressed. Like, I had to pretend, like I couldn't finally get them out of their blouse and like grab them and know, because you can tell right away.
Oh, I'm sure.
Before, you can't. You don't know until you get those yabos out. But
until you get
unless,
them out, right.
Depending on what they're wearing. But then you're in the heat of the moment, and you've got to you got to brush over the fact that you felt a lump under both tits. You can't say, "Hey, are these fake?" You're not allowed to do that, I don't think. Right?
Right in the middle of it.
Yeah.
Like, fake it
Whoa,
out.
hey.
Like, hot and heavy. Hey,
Yeah.
are these fake or?
Hey, I didn't realize you had implants.
I've been with ladies
Mm-hmm.
that have reductions. I
I have too.
Reduction.
Yeah, I've been with a couple that have had reductions, and it's a tragedy
like-
every time.
It is.
It's so sad.
I know, and it's like, because you can see the scarring, and the scarring didn't bother me.
I don't care about the scarring. I mean, and I have never even had surgery.
It scarred me, and
So
I
did
was
your
like-
lady hips. They scarred me. That's
bumped into you a
but that
little.
is some
I get that.
powerful body dysmorphia, though. If you think you have lady hips when you clearly don't. So funny. Go ahead.
I need a wide berth when I'm walking around. It's a tragic thing because I remember a friend of my ex's. She got a breast reduction when she was much younger, and I remember being like, "Wow, that's so tragic! Like, she could have had like a sweet rack. Why'd she do that? Like, why would you do that? That's
Physically-
like saying I had
physically
like
it
a
hurts.
fucking 12-inch wang, and you know what? It's giving me back problems, so I'm gonna cut it down to like 8.
Yeah.
Like, why would you do that?
Because you have back problems. You can't do things other normal people your age can do.
Fucking sacrifices.
You're
Hashtag
right.
blessing and a curse. You know what I mean? It's a gift. Anyway, to answer your fucking question, this question doesn't work for
really
me.
not a really good
because
idea.
for me, a 6 is a 10 in my mind. And a 10 is like a 6 in my mind. Because a 10 is unreal. It's fantasy. It's not.
It's
never.
not, though. It's not fantasy.
I've gone out with 10s, and actually no, that's not true. I've gone out with like a 9. It doesn't work. I put them up on a pedestal, and I can't do anything. I become putty. I friend zone myself so hard because I'm so in awe of how beautiful she is.
Oof. Do you really? You do that?
Oh.
I have a thing when I'm around really absurdly hot girls and they're like approachable, I become a fucking clown. I become an absolute clown and I make them laugh.
But can you seal the deal with them?
I usually do, Imran.
That's a tragedy for me.
I mean, the
don't know
one
how to
with the
seal the
fake
deal.
yabos, I sealed that deal, and I barely tried. And it was all because I was being funny. This sounds so cocky. Funny, listen, you know what? I'm just going to go with it because fuck it. Listen, you are one of the funniest people I've met, and I know a lot of funny people. I would have never wanted to be on a podcast with you if I didn't think you were funny as shit. So
I'm straight up erect right now.
funny guys typically can land hot girls.
Yeah, but I just don't know how to go from haha, yuck, this is great,
To jamming
I'm
your tongue
affable.
down their throat.
to shoving my tongue in her yabos.
In, like penetrating through their skin? You don't penetrate yabos. Maybe that's your problem. I don't know.
Wait,
I,
what?
But it's true.
You don't penetrate yabos?
David Spade's wife is gorgeous, but he's also got money. So But he's funny as shit.
He's got money.
The
though.
the real problem with me is that beauty only goes so far. Because yeah, you can be as gorgeous as possible, but if you're not funny, you don't challenge me intellectually, and you're not interesting, we don't click, I don't care. I don't care.
Shit.
I don't
that
care.
sounds deep. That sounds cocky.
No,
If
dude.
you don't challenge me intellectually,
It's true. Have you ever been with a vapid girl who's just,
I want to go to Bismarck because everyone's going in Bismarck, Canada.
no, you're like, oh God, you're just a fucking, you just a wannabe.
I've never gone out with a girl like that. There was one girl in particular who I went out with who was very attractive. And
What'd she look
the thing
like?
is, she was a 7. I'd give her a 7.
So hotter than Jennifer Lawrence.
Way hotter than Jennifer
You're
Lawrence.
an
Whoa.
idiot.
Oh, if we're doing relative to Jennifer Lawrence, she was like a 9. But the thing is, the personality wasn't. She was one of those people. Ask me a datey question, and I'll be her.
A datey question?
Yeah, what's something you
Okay.
would ask a girl on a date?
I don't know. So, what's happening, Lisa? How are you?
I'm good.
Yeah? No, deep voice, huh? Do you like Hall & Oates?
Nah, not really.
No. So do you like work out?
Oh, wow, what are these your fucking dates?
This is why I'm not going out on dates, because I have no energy to fucking have a conversation with somebody. Actually, you know what, though?
Do you like Hall & Oates? Who are you? Are you trying
Jesus.
to date Brigitte Nielsen? Like, what is going on here?
How is Brigitte Nielsen a fucking reference to those things?
80s Hall & Oates, workout.
What does Brigitte Nielsen have to do with Hall & Oates?
She was huge in the 80s.
Wah, wah. Failure. Not everything we say out of the gate is going to be a home run. We're going to hit some dribblers down the line. We're going to hit a lot of foul ball pop-ups, and we're going to miss the rim completely. Okay.
Listen.
How many more sports analogies can I make? Is that an analogy? It's not an analogy. Sports metaphors.
I think it's pronounced analogy. I think personality is key. I mean, if you don't have that connection,
Yeah.
I mean, the thing is, I think you're like me in this. I'm a chatty Cathy, and I need someone who I can talk to.
Yeah, somebody who fucking makes me want to live and go places with.
Because for me, it's not about going to the place, seeing the thing. It's about the walk there.
Exactly.
It's about the time you spend with the person during intermission.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit about the movie we're watching or the play we're watching. I care about what we're going to talk about when we walk around the city for like an hour. You know what I mean? Like,
Yes.
But like, the worst date I ever had she was like an 8. She was like an 8 or 9 and very beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
And she came out and I took her to, so I have a few places that I go to for first dates. And
what
I
are
took
they?
her to so there's 3 places, right? There's a bar, there's like a wine bar / restaurant, and then there's another bar. Now the thing is, the first bar that I mentioned is for women who I think are going to be either at the level that I think they are or -2 points. Because here's the thing when you're dating on dating apps.
This is Tinder. Ay.
There's if you see a girl on Tinder or whatever, and you're like, oh, this girl's cute, and you rate her on the scale 1 to 10, and let's say, for example, she's a 6. When you finally meet her in person,
She's a 4.
She's most likely going to be a 4.
Yeah, of course. That's normal. Everyone posts pictures that they wish they look like in person because it's a filter, it's an angle. I mean, that's what everyone does.
But sometimes you hit a jackpot and you get someone who's 2 points above, and you can get an 8.
And how many times has that happened to you?
That's happened exactly one time.
Out of how many? 100?
No.
No. Jesus Christ.
I don't want to talk numbers here, but it happened once, and I'll tell you, she was like a 5, and when I saw her, she was like a 7. But the fact that she made such a huge jump made her like a 10.
Do you really function in the world with this number system for women in your head?
Well, I don't
like you see a
define
picture
function.
and a number pops in your head. Is that how you judge them?
Whoa. Let's not throw the J word around, all right?
You've been doing it for the last 10 minutes, though.
I'm not judging anybody.
You're
saying,
judging them on a scale of 1 to 10. That's what the judgment is. It's the number.
Yeah, I'm categorizing. I'm not judging. I'm categorizing. There's a difference.
Jesus Christ.
Judging implies that if she's a 4, she's not worth I mean, she could be a friend if she's a 4. I'm not going out with a 4, but I could be friends with a 4.
What if that 4 was like the 19-year-old customer service from last episode? You clicked, she got you.
Oh no.
What did you say? You said you talked for 2 hours and you just like, it worked. You guys got along. You got each other. It was just, you couldn't stop talking to each other, and she's a 4. You're going to tell me you're going to not go out with her?
Here's the thing. Personality adds at least 2 points.
This is true.
To the person.
So
if
love.
she was a 4 and her personality was kick-ass, that would make her a 6, which, like we mentioned before, unless you cut it, is my perfect.
Is your perfect. How poetic. And it also works in the reverse method, that if you've got a 10 and her personality is shit, she drops. She's not as pretty as you thought she was.
That drop-off is like 4 points.
I agree. I was going to say 2, but I was being nice. No, it's a 4. It's a 4-point drop. Okay?
Are you listening, ladies? Your personality is very important. Go to the gym.
Very
go
important
to the gym.
because eventually you're not going to look as good.
Go to the gym. Wear your Wonder Bras. Wear your Spanx. Do all that you can to get your physical rating up. But you gotta have a good personality in case your physical rating slips or is misrepresented, or with age, like you're implying, it goes away, right? But if the personality rating never goes away.
No, and it should be going up as your look meter goes down, because it most likely will, unless you're a unicorn.
If you want the D, you need to compensate.
Yeah.
You can't just rely on
Read a
one.
book, evolve, learn about the news, have things to talk about, have important and good takes from the things that you're seeing, suggest good movies, look at art, be well-rounded, because beauty doesn't get the job done. It just makes us pop. And then when we've shot our jism, we need something to get our brains going, because then eventually we'll be hard again. And then we'll want to have sex with you. But that gap in time, we need you to fill it.
Can I ask when this became a men's rights advocacy podcast?
I know, right? A misogynistic, judgmental. I don't know. I think we just love being the devil's advocate and fucking
when did
being
we
absurd.
when did we turn that corner? Is what I want to know.
I don't know. When we started
the introduction of the rating system, I wonder.
Actually,
emoji.
I brought it up because I'm like, we're funny. We get hot girls for sure all the time. Funny guys get hot girls all the time.
No, not in my case.
Oh.
Because I don't know how to seal the deal. I don't know how to go from
You've sealed the deal.
jocularity to let me have intercourse with you. I don't know how to do that.
Jocularity. Listen, it's either there or it's not. You got to look at a girl a certain way and let them know you're into them. And if you're not doing that, if you're not making that real quick step to, yeah, I'm funny, but I'll fuck you right, then you're just going to be...
I feel like that's such a forward thing to do. I feel like
it is forward, and that's how it works. Because believe me, I've done the same thing you did.
I do that.
No, you're not being aggressive. You're not raping them, for Christ's sakes. You're just looking at them like, I don't know, I can't describe it. It's just a feeling, and it's usually a chemistry thing. They feel it back too. But you can't. I've lived in the friend zone.
They don't feel anything.
Women? No, I know they don't.
Harpies.
Cold. You want to hear what a girl wrote on Tinder? One girl?
Yeah.
She wrote that she works at a morgue. She says, love a great smile and nice teeth. Always about me, because I'm the one who has to worry about me. It doesn't even make sense. I mean, why put this out there? Love a great smile and nice teeth. This is all she said, by the way.
See, that sounds like an emo. That sounds like a Vampire Weekend fucking song to me.
You would know. Not me. I don't listen to Vampire Weekend.
I'm trying to get our demographic.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I love Vampire Weekend. Totally emo.
I'm trying to get a certain demographic here, Greg.
By the way, on that break, were you able to share the link to episode 11 on Facebook? Or is it still backlogged?
I honestly thought about doing that. And I was like, I gotta shut this clown up about this. What if I just share it now? And then I was like, no, I don't kowtow.
Oh, now you're doing it to spite me. Wow.
No, I don't kowtow to Greg Wiener and his almighty podcast. I'm a silhouette on that graphic. I'm not.
You're not featured enough. That's
opacity.
why. Yeah.
I'm like a 50% opaque on that. When I get up to 100% opacity, then I might.
Oh my God.
Kowtow to Greg
Kowtow.
Wiener.
Kowtow. You don't even know.
I don't. I pronounce it like 4 different ways.
Yeah, I know. It's riveting. All right. Well, we're going to come back, and then we'll get into all the content that you worked on for today's episode right after another commercial from Zcast, because that's the only pseudo sponsor we have.
I love Zcast. Can I tell you that?
Can
I tell you how much I love Zcast?
Why do you love them?
Huh? Who?
We'll be back. This podcast is supported by Zcast. Zcast.co is their web address. They are an app and website. They provide the platform that you're hearing this podcast on. They provide RSS feeds, server space, and links for sharing your podcast. We'd like to thank the folks over at Zcast for their incredible platform and for their constant and undying support of the Greg Wiener podcast. We love you, Zcast. Thank you so much for your hard work, and we look forward to forging a beautiful, professional, profitable, and maybe sexual, but not harassing sexual relationship with you. Thank you, Zcast. This is the Greg Wiener Podcast.
Podcast across America present
The Greg Wiener Podcast.
I'm on the toilet right now.
Great.
You can edit out dunks, right?
I can
Water splashes.
Poopity doop splashes.
Scoopity whoop. Doop,
Scoopity whoop.
poop.
All right. Well, now it's your podcast now. You know that,
We
right?
actually did not finish what we were talking about before. You didn't answer if you would take a 10 with no personality or a 6 with great personality.
I did, and I would take a 6 with an amazing personality over a 10 with a 4 personality any day.
Well, you made short work of that answer. Didn't you have other questions as well, or
No, that was all I
because
prepared for the
I don't want to step
podcast.
on your time. This is the Greg Wiener podcast.
That's
I don't
true.
wanna
Actually,
step
no,
on
I do, because, okay, so I was out and I exchanged numbers with a lass.
a real woman.
Yeah, not on Tinder or any other fucking stupid dating site, which has yielded nothing. Those apps are just a waste of fucking time and money.
Because you're searching like in fucking Texas.
No,
or
I'm not. I'm
Portland,
searching
Oregon.
50-mile radius.
50-mile radius.
Why would I search Oregon or Texas?
You're sending me photos of doctoral students in fucking from
Those are
fucking
the
Texas.
ones who are responding to my Match.com ad.
Well, stop.
How
shorten
am I
your
sup-
parameters?
That's not my
That's why I'm not
parameters.
getting any hits.
It's their parameters.
What do you mean it's their parameters?
Maybe I need you to check under the hood and see what's going on. Maybe I'm doing something wrong because the class of women that I'm getting I'm not interested in them. I'm just not. I would love to be interested in somebody from Texas. You get in a pen pal thing, you connect, and you're like, oh my God, take a bus here. And then you pick her up from the bus, and, she's got flies on her, and,
do not want the pen pal thing. I'm in the pen pal thing. It's so frustrating.
No, I'm not.
So
doing it.
frustrating.
I'm not interested in the app dating, man. I'm really not. I'm so much better in person. I see somebody, whatever. Anyway.
Well, no. You see somebody, you go up to them and you start macking on them?
No, I mean, I don't go up to a random person. If it's a friend of a friend and, I either get introduced or I'm like, hey, so-and-so didn't introduce me, but my name is Greg. Who are you? And then
Just out of nowhere, you walk up to this woman and you say, hey, I noticed you standing here.
I didn't say that. We were standing in a group of people, and I was looking at her, and I'd seen her from earlier in the night, and I was like, this girl's fucking gorgeous. I'm going to introduce myself.
So you just go up and say, hey, I'm Greg Wiener. What's your name?
I don't give the first and last name, first of all. I don't say, hi, I'm Greg Wiener. I don't jam the wiener down their throats. You know what I'm saying? Figuratively and or literally. So if you're texting with some...
I want to know, because I don't know how to do this. I don't know if I see a girl at a party, and I don't go to parties that often, but there have been occasions where I have wandered outside my apartment into other apartments where people have gathered, and I don't know how to go up to a woman. I know how to do the B and C and D of the conversation. I don't know how to do the A of the conversation.
Just introduce yourself.
Hey, I'm Imran Sheikh.
You don't have to give a full introduction. You're not introducing yourself as a fucking musical act. Hi, I'm Imran Sheikh, and tonight I'll be performing, Scooby-Doo-Doo. No, you just say, hey, how are you? I'm Imran. I don't think we met. I just saw you. And then you get to B. And if you have a rapport, you have a rapport.
What do you talk about? What do you talk about?
Are you kidding? Well, you start talking about, the circumstances of where you are, if you happen to be at a party, but, say you're outside of
that's riveting conversation. Hey, my name's Imran. There's a void there because
and
she's
what do you
probably
think?
like,
No,
what's your last name?
No, no one just goes in for the last name right away. There has to be a rapport and trust built before you go in for last names. But you say, hi, I'm Imran. I know it's kind of a weird name.
Isn't it weird that you can sleep with someone and not know their last name?
No, it's hot. It's not weird. It's hot.
You go in and you go, hi, my name is
let me finish.
Imran.
Yeah, please. Hi. ...
Hi,
I'm Imran. I know the name's a little weird and I look a little shady, but I promise you, I read books. I listen to Vampire Welcome the Golf or whatever. And what do you think of that onion dip? Because you're at a party.
She goes, buzz off, creep.
Yeah, and she calls Homeland Security.
Listen. I have that going against me. Girls think I'm trying to
blow them up,
get them to join ISIS or something.
I know. It sucks, dude. Listen, You've got
bagel bits in your teeth. I know. Your yarmulke keeps on falling off your head. I use some hairpins.
Can we focus up
That
here?
was a low blow. I didn't intend it to be a low blow.
Oh, no, you didn't get the bagel
No, I really
bites out
didn't.
of your
I
teeth?
wanted
Wasn't
it
a
to be
low
like
blow?
You're in such shambles that you're such a goofy guy that you're always trying to fix your yarmulke.
You are some kind of Muslim, aren't you? You really are.
You're something else.
Okay,
Listen,
can we get back into dating scenarios? Because, again, I'm a fucking rookie, and apparently you are too. I don't know why you're asking me for advice on game. I think you can talk circles around me, first of all.
no. You've got Gizame. I've got checkers going on.
Jesus Christ.
You've got like fucking 4-level chess going on when you're macking.
I think you're exaggerating a little bit. I mean, I appreciate the
my name is Imran. Leave a break for where my last name should be, but it's not. That's awkward. And then we shake hands, right?
I mean,
You're not supposed to shake hands? That's rude. That's
well,
impolite.
Maybe she doesn't want to touch you right away. Maybe that's putting a little off-putting. You're like, you don't need to shake her hand. You're not sitting down for a fucking interview. Excuse me. Hi, I'm Imran. Handshake. What the fuck?
I wanted her to feel how soft my hands are.
No, you don't.
So that when they're inside her later, she won't feel as threatened.
Okay, this is... See, we're getting to the root of your problems.
Your reaction.
Oh,
Priceless.
no.
Priceless.
Well, so are the words coming out of your fucking mouth.
I feel like if I shake her hand, by shaking my hand, she'd be like, oh, this guy's not threatening at all.
Okay.
Because I've got little limpy handshake.
You've got lady hands, and that could work against you, so avoid the handshaking. At the end of the day, if there's chemistry, your soft, supple lady hands... Your dishwash soap palm olive hands won't really matter because the chemistry will be off the charts unless you sabotage yourself by offering up your feminine hand, your feminine lady parts. Yeah.
Maybe that's my problem because I always shake hands.
I mean, it's fine if you're making fun of the custom. Like if you go and shake the hand and you say, this is kind of weird shaking hands. What is this, a job interview? Boom, you got a joke. You're welcome.
Boom, you got one in.
Boom, you got one in already.
All right.
She's like, ooh, I could date down if he's funny.
She's got her own rating system going on.
Oh, yeah. You think we're fucking the superficial breed? No. The ladies have us beaten and fucking gagged and tortured.
Not gonna lie, they got the money thing. That's their third rating system.
Money?
That they go on.
I
and
think
forearms.
I think for
they
most...
really like strong forearms.
I've got a good forearm.
You do, actually. You have nice forearms.
Okay. Thanks. I didn't realize you noticed.
You're welcome.
No, for some girls... Are you kidding? It's fucking... that's the lead story, is how much money do you make? What do you drive? What does he drive? What does he do? Oh, he's an actor? I've dated them before. They're unstable, and they never know where their next job's coming from, and they're in debt, and they're so emotional if they don't get a part. It's lame.
Wow. Really knows me inside out. I matched and started chatting up the hottest girl I have ever seen in my entire life. And as soon as I told her that I was an actor, she cut me. She was like, sorry, I don't date actors.
You got ghosted? Like, oh, she said that to you?
She said that to me. And I was like, are you fucking serious? We just spent the whole day talking to each other. Obviously, there's something here. And she's like, no, I've had bad experiences. No thanks. I was like, are you fucking kidding me?
Oh, God, that's depressing.
It made me want her even more. But, okay, so... Hi, my name is Imran. Handshake.
No
this is
handshake.
Funny, right? This is a weird custom. She
right.
laughs.
And if she laughs and you hold the hand a little longer, just like you both do because you're laughing through the handshake, then maybe it turns into,
Cunnilingus.
Right. It turns into balls across the nose. You never know. Okay. But it's making fun of the event that is awkward and that is courting.
But I don't know what to do from there. So I get her to laugh. Then what do I talk about? The dip? Hey, that onion dip's real nice. Yeah, it is.
Or Crickets. The punch, if it's a mixed punch.
Are we at a 1970s Sweet 16? Where the fuck are we?
We could be at a quinceañera, or we could be at the spring cotillion for the country club. Not that you would be allowed in.
We're at a quinceañera.
Quinceañera, okay.
Where they're celebrating the impending womanhood of a Mexican American girl.
For somebody
Hispanic?
who reads
A Latina?
lot, someone who reads a lot, you sure don't know too much about things.
A Latina.
Latina.
Latinx. How do you pronounce Latinx? Can someone tell me that?
Latin
What are you supposed to
X?
say? You haven't seen Latinx?
What is Latin X? Like
It's
a big Latin girl?
It's some...
Jesus Christ. What is she? Oh, she's not on the rating scale. She's a Latin X. Oh, wow. Okay.
Shit. Oh, shit.
It's terrible.
Latin women, though, can we take a second to appreciate their physiques? I mean, impeccable. Impeccable. And there's a spectrum, of course, like the Jewish women I see in Brooklyn, but that sweet spot is a sweet spot. Right? What?
I don't have anything to say about Latin women.
What do you mean you don't have anything to say
Of
about
course
Latin
they're
women?
beautiful. I married one, you dick lip.
Oh, she was Latin?
Did you what, you never met her?
No, I never met her.
Oh, no, no, you didn't meet her. Yeah, she's like full-on Cuban.
She's single right now?
Yeah, she is, man. She would really dig you.
Well, hook it up.
Okay.
Is that weird to hook
No.
your ex-wife up with your podcast?
With my podcast sidekick?
Sidekick.
No, it's not weird at all. You're a twisted fuck.
Hi, I'm Greg's sidekick. Nice to meet you.
I can make up for all of Greg's deficiencies.
It's my job.
Yeah. Boom. And there you go. And that's the podcast, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, Imran, your content has just driven us
Did we run out of time?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. And I didn't get to ask my question either.
What was the question?
Okay, you know iPhones, right? You know the iMessage system? Why are you laughing at this? What was it about that?
iPhones? Who are you? It's 20, I'm sorry, did we time travel to 1958? Who doesn't know what a fucking iPhone is?
You have an Android.
Yeah, but I still know what an iPhone is.
Okay. All right, you done? You done? You want to talk about my pancake titties a little bit before I continue on with a vulnerable question?
We determined that they were teardrops.
Oh, right. Okay. Can I continue?
Please.
All right. So,
Imran, do you know what a car is?
Imran, so you're
Imran, you're
texting.
familiar with cars.
Please. You're texting with a person, a girl.
Imran, now, have you ever heard of a laptop computer? It's a computing device.
You're texting with the girl on iPhone. You both have iPhones, but she has marked the texts readable, or she like I can see when she's read my texts, but she can't see when I've read hers. So my question is it like right etiquette or protocol to switch it to so that she can see when I read her texts, or is that wanting? And it looks like, oh, she shows red receipts, so I should show my red receipts. But she already knows that I don't do red receipts.
Here's the thing.
What?
Read receipts are going to be the downfall of our civilization, first off, right off the bat.
I agree.
Read receipts have actually ruined courtships for me.
Have they really?
Because
wait a minute, they don't have them on Android though, do they?
No, but you do have them on Facebook Messenger, and I was Facebook messaging with this chica, and what happened was she would read and not respond for like a day or two, and I'd just be like, what the fuck is going on? It just tormented. What's going on? Jesus. And in reality, what was happening was she was reading my message and being like, okay, I don't have time right now to like respond in full, so I'll respond when I have some time, because we would text.
Right, but you're also probably, she has a huge backlog of messages from other guys. If you think she's just talking to you, you're out of your mind. She's backlogged men like you have social networking updates.
I know what you're getting at.
I know. I just wanted to make sure we got a clean take of me saying that and not you interrupting me.
I tend to do that a lot.
A little bit. It's normal. We're talking. We're having a conversation.
It's also, you kind of,
Oh, I'm sorry. What? What do I do, Imran? Spend 7 hours editing? Yes, you're right. I do.
Listen, I'm trying to get us a new demographic, all right? The kids today, they don't like long-winded takes.
They don't like. You have an accent, you know?
They don't like
this.
They don't like.
I have a request. Now, this may come off as a little racist.
Please. What is
and
your
you
request?
probably don't want to do this because you may scare your neighbors, but it is a prayer, and I would like to hear it in a non-violent scenario so that it brings back some of its beauty. You know,
No, I'm not going to recite a prayer for you.
it's
in a
four
full
syllables.
non-violent matter, you racist fuck.
Listen, no, this is true. The only times I have ever heard Allah Akbar, and it may be because I'm sheltered. Hold on.
First off,
What?
it's not Akbar like Admiral Akbar.
I know.
First off.
I know. Can I continue? Oh, God. I was
You're a
introduced.
bigoted racist.
I was introduced to Allah Akbar as the cry of the worst event in my lifetime.
Sure.
And so it carries with it a horrible connotation. Is that the right
You're
word?
shook by it.
Of course. So I'm saying, similar to, other words that have horrible intent and history, let's turn Allah Akbar into something joyous. Maybe you can say it nicely, without violence in your
All right.
voice.
I'm game for this.
Without violence in your voice. That's all.
It would be. So it means God is great.
Okay, I agree. I'm not debating that.
It would be Allahu Akbar.
That sounds beautiful. Say it again.
Are these fake? It would be Allahu Akbar.
Allah Akbar.
Well, the thing is, here's the thing. I'm doing it with kind of a Pakistani slant on it.
Are you Pakistani?
In Arabic, huh?
Are you Pakistani?
I'm Pakistani, and we speak Urdu in Pakistan, which you well know.
Bless you.
And it's an Arabic word, and in Arabic, I think in Arabic it's even more. It's like
Wait a minute.
Allahu Akbar.
Wait a minute. You just said you were Pakistani. Now you're talking Arabic. Wouldn't you speak Pakistani if you're from Pakistan? The Pakistani
Urdu
language
is the language spoken in Pakistan. Well, here's the thing.
I know. I'm just
All Muslim kids learn to read Arabic
Mm-hmm.
so that they can read and recite the Quran, but we have no idea what it means. We don't learn Arabic. We just learn to read it out loud.
That's pointless.
Yeah, I totally agree.
Huh.
It's ridiculous. I mean, there's a reasoning behind it. The reasoning is that it's believed that it's the word of God, right? So not a single letter has been changed since it was first written down. And so in an effort to preserve that, translations are few and far between. The tradition then is to recite it in the original Arabic so as to, like I said, preserve the original words. Because translations change things, right? I mean, no matter, it could be the most faithful translation, it'll still change something, and it'll be the person's slant on it to a certain extent. Like I said, it could be, the most faithful translation, but there's always going to be a little human bias involved there. That's just how people are. So the idea is...
God, I'm so bored right now.
I'm an educator, Greg.
I feel like I'm
You brought
in-
this up.
I'm
You
in
brought
class
this
again.
up.
I just
Not
wanted you to
joke.
say Allah Akbar and for me not to think of towers falling and planes and people blowing up. That's all. It's all. It's not racist. It's true. Okay.
It's physics.
It's physics.
I hope I cleared that up for you.
You did, and it's Allah Akbar.
Allahu Akbar.
Wow, that was creepy.
See, it's like the Jews and it's like saying like, oh yeah, my accountant, he's a Jew.
Right.
Or like that black guy plays basketball really well.
Yeah, but I just said you saying a holy word sounded creepy. I didn't say that Muslim is a
if
terrorist.
the shoe fits, you know what I'm saying? I mean, like,
Listen, it's true that Jews eat bagels, they shop for bargains, and they're pains in the asses at restaurants.
Do you know my roommate calls me a dirty Jew all the time? And one time...
Is he Jewish?
She is not Jewish.
Oh, she's funny. What's her name? Can I look her up? Is she on Facebook?
No.
Does she think I'm funny? Have you showed her my picture?
Nope.
You haven't?
What was your original question before the Allahu Akbar thing? Which I hopefully said without a violent tone to it.
Just now, it sounded like you were getting ready to blow something up, but that's just me.
If the shoe fits.
Yep. You can't tell me you haven't thought about blowing somebody up at some point.
No, I haven't. What, are you trying to get me arrested? No, I haven't.
God forbid. This is all satire, people. Don't fucking take it seriously. If you're not laughing, you don't get it, and you're fucking dumb.
Some G-man sitting there being like, yes, really humorous.
What's a G-man?
Government man. FBI agent.
Oh, I guess that's
What
what
was
you
your original
Muslims
fucking
talk
question?
about it.
Can you ask me what the original question was?
It was protocol for changing the receipts from girls you're texting
read
with to read
receipts.
or not read. And even though now that everything's kind of been, set up, we've been texting for a little bit, do I go and change it to read now?
You have
and does
to.
that look wanting?
No.
Oh, why did he
If
change?
she-
But
if
she's
she
then
has
she's
her
gonna
read receipts on, then you have to turn your read receipts on as well. Because if you don't, that means you're hiding.
All right, then I'm going to make a joke of it. I'm going to make a joke of it next time I text her, but I haven't texted her in a few days.
No, you don't. What? No, don't address it. Just turn them on.
No, because I feel weird and I want to bring it up.
Why?
Because
Oh,
I'll make a
don't do
joke
that.
out of it. That's why everything's a joke, Imran. It's all a joke. You've got to make it a joke. It's got to be funny, kid. You got to make
know
them
why.
laugh, kid.
I don't know why, but I got an image of you jerking off and saying that. I don't know why.
Wow.
I don't know why.
It's because you're gay. That would probably be the reason why you see me jerking off and saying that.
I mean, it just sounds like a thing you would say while jerking off. It's gotta be funny. It's gotta be funny. It's gotta be funny. God fucking damn it.
God, it sounds like I'm strangling my dick. Jesus,
mean,
in your scenario.
How else are you gonna jerk off?
Softly, with gentle kindness and love. I make love to myself. I don't strangle it like...
What do you, light candles and shit? Light some incense?
It's
Come
not a
on.
fucking snake I'm trying to wrestle to the ground. It's my cock. Oh, God. I just made myself sick. Listen, I got a house full of people. I wish you could see this place where I'm living right now. It's literally... It was used for porn in the 70s. It's a fact. This house was used to shoot porn in. It's amazing. And it has a grotto out back. It's got a pool with a grotto with little fuck spaces.
No.
I swear to God, I'll Skype call you once
What?
and you'll see it. Yeah, it's crazy insane, dude.
Please don't contact me outside of the podcast.
All right. Well, this is the longest we've gone. It's an hour and 51 minutes at this point.
Wow.
Yeah. And to be honest, I could
There's
probably...
like 20 minutes of good material.
I think more, hopefully, because if it's only 20 minutes, it's going to be a lot of me listening and cutting. And that's a long time.
Delete.
No. He talked over me again. He started and stopped 20 times. It didn't make sense. He talked in a circle. That wasn't funny. So did I.
Got really serious about the Quran for some reason.
He got really scary. We should probably just strike that whole Quran business, the Allah Akbar bit. It was kind of funny. There were a few funny lines, but I fear
not worth
Homeland Security.
I got to fly out next month. It's not worth it.
Yeah.
It's not worth it.
Do you remember me getting all paranoid this week about releasing our last podcast because I thought it would be hurtful, the stuff I
Yes.
said? But I was completely wrong, right?
Yeah, there was nothing hurt. I don't even know
There
what
was-
you were talking about.
I was just paranoid. I just don't want to hurt anyone's feelings, ever.
No, likewise. I don't want to
So,
either.
meanwhile,
Except
we've said...
for all women, all Latin Latinas,
Right.
all black people,
All gay
Jews,
kids.
and now Muslims as well.
All Muslims, yeah. Well, I think we've covered the gamut. Maybe next week we'll get into offending some Chinese people.
Yeah, not
Maybe
a
get
lot
onto
of
the-
jokes at their expense on our part.
No, I got some, for sure.
We covered gay people today.
Well-
broke new ground on that.
You did. You really got specific on what that little gay kid, down to him carrying a stick, leading the gay parade. He's
Sequined.
the
A
sequined stick, yeah.
Sequins or sequined?
I think it's sequined stick. And what I was going to say also as we're wrapping this up is I feel like we could probably talk for probably another hour.
We gotta do this in the morning, man.
No, I don't want to do it in the morning. Why do you
Why?
want to do it in the morning?
Because it's daytime. Firing
Yeah.
on all cylinders.
I'm firing on all cylinders now, and it's 1 o'clock in the morning.
You're also an insomniac.
That's not true.
You're constantly posting about how you're an insomniac.
Show me the last post. Oh, wait a minute.
I
Why
don't know.
don't
I
you
don't
just...
follow you on Facebook.
You know what?
I do.
Did you unfollow me?
I do.
No, I know you do, because you like pretty much everything I post, which is very fake.
There are people who I perfunctory perfunctorily
Jesus Christ.
click like on. I don't even.
Do
look
you
at their
just to make
comment.
them feel good about themselves?
Yeah, it's support. It's a way of supporting someone. Like I
I
don't
met-
want to waste my time with your new fucking web series or you
No.
get married, great, like, done, move on, next. Nah, oh, you had a kid, like, next.
It's so
Next.
true, dude.
Next.
That's why-
you got that gig you wanted? Fuck you, but like anyway. Next. Next. I mean, come on. Oh, you're having brunch? Go fuck it. Like, whatever.
Go fuck you. I hope you get food poisoning. Like,
Oh, who's that chick? Who are you with? Click, click, click. Ah, she's dating someone. Fuck it. Back. Like, next. I mean, that's,
shit.
that's life.
That is life of social networking. And we also found out that you get massive boner when you have 70 people that have viewed your stories on Instagram. That is
I
a
wish it
highlight
was
of your
more,
day.
But, what are you going to do?
You know what? Not that this is a measuring contest, but...
Oh, fuck. Here we go.
Oh, I only have one story going right now, and it has 64 people have seen it.
Oh, good for you.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Yeah. You know you can look at who looks at it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
I look at it every hour on the hour
Oh, yeah.
when I post a story. It's the same people over and over again, but
I
I just
know.
want to, yada yada didn't look at it today. Fuck yada yada.
Who's yada yada?
And then I put yada yada in timeout, because then when yada yada posts a story, I don't look at their story. Yada yada is literally like 20 people. It's a
Right.
rotating.
So I shot this teaser for this Netflix thing yesterday.
Like, good for you. Like, next.
My co-star was this reggaeton star, and so he spoke Spanish most of the time. But one of the scenes is me shooting this Cuban guy, and they had the squib and everything. It was blood pack. Yeah, he filmed it, and then he writes, "An American killing Cubans," and tags me on it.
Hey, you know what, though?
What?
You could have been on SNL.
This girl is fucking cute.
Okay, so then slide up in her DMs.
Yeah, I have. Again, I don't have the energy except for this one
for
person
fuck's
that I kind of met. Like,
Oh, we never even talked about that.
well, I miraculously, apparently, had energy to talk to her all night and get her number and text her. So,
Oh, this is the read receipt girl.
yeah, this is the read receipt girl. I just haven't been interested in anybody, I guess, and I've been, in whatever world I've been in. But
You're
I am definitely interested in this person.
your lazy funk
Is over.
with the opposite sex is contagious, because I've been kind of the same way.
Yeah.
My matches are piling up here, and I'm just like, ugh.
You got to get out into IRL. I know.
So much easier to hide behind text messages.
Oh, that's the other thing. All we've done is texted. So I gotta call, right?
No one calls anymore.
What?
This isn't fucking an episode of Three's Company. No one does this anymore. No one talks on the phone anymore. You just text. You flirt a little bit, or you have a long-winded conversation, flirty.
Yeah, but
and then,
how do you know when to stop the text conversation? And I just want to...
Ask her out.
Oh, I have.
Hey, what
I
are you doing
did.
Friday?
I did already. And we're both of our schedules are crazy, so we're not going to be able to see each other until next week after I open.
Oh, that's tricky then, because you got to keep the conversation going.
Exactly.
And it's awkward. The best match I ever had, and I still pine for this girl.
Oh, God.
Is
Again, this is not a match from Tinder or anything. This is a normal...
It is. It is a Tinder match.
No, I'm saying me.
And,
Mine is not a Tinder. You're comparing your match story to me.
We're not talking about you anymore, Greg. This isn't the Greg Wiener podcast, all right? Get your own podcast. She was really great. She was really great. We connected immediately chatting, and then we set up a date, but it had to be 2 weeks down the road, because we're all fucking millennials and no one has an open schedule anymore.
Right.
And so we kind of, and you do that excuse thing, oh, I gotta go to lunch, but before I go, you want to go out? And then days later, she was like, I guess this is when we awkwardly try to talk to each other before we actually meet. And I was like, you're the one. You're the one. You're the one. You're the one. She slipped through my fingers.
Wait, well, how did she slip through your fingers?
She's the girl. Remember when I was like, oh, I'm getting ghosted?
Oh, this is the one who, when she found out you were an actor, said, "Peace out, bitch."
No. This is the one who, when I was in Florida doing Disgraced, kind of ghosted on me while I was away and met someone else.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
While I was in Florida. And then I tried to be her friend, because I was like, oh, maybe we can be friends?
Right.
And then she was like, okay, fine. And then we were talking again. And then I was like, no. I feel like I'm manipulating her.
Right, because
So what
you're
I'm gonna
basically
do is-
just waiting around until she ditches the guy, and then you can have your shot again.
Right. So
Right.
I wrote her an essay describing my feelings towards her
You did not.
in an email.
Please tell
And
me
I
you
sent
didn't
it.
send it.
I did send it. Worse, she
Blocked you?
blocked me on everything. Every social media thing.
Imran.
She unmatched me on Tinder, on Snapchat. I think we were friends on Facebook. She unfriended me on Facebook.
You have to have a copy of this.
Oh no.
Oh,
Of course I have a
yes.
copy of that email.
And that will be our next podcast.
Oh shit.
All right, we got to sign off. It's
Thank you for listening to the Greg Wiener podcast, starring Greg Wiener and Imran Sheikh.
great. That sounds much better than my high quality imaging that I've produced in my studio.
This has been a broadcast of the Greg Wiener Podcast, brought to you by Greg Wiener Productions, Inc. Copyright 2018. Please rate, review, and subscribe. Seriously, please subscribe for the love of Christ. Rate and review, please. 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 Thank you. God bless. Jehovah loves you. I'm Oprah Wiener.